Now on my channel there is a video and it's called the 5 Tyre Challenge, and we done it at Jeddah a couple of weeks ago. You haven't seen it, link up in the top right. This weekend we're racing at Imola, and I thought it would be a great chance to bring back the challenge, especially as it's a harder circuit to overtake and it's going to be a bit more difficult this time, as we're going to increase the difficulty of the AI. So if you like the sound of that, leave a like and subscribe for more, and let's get into it. Now then, this weekend is also a sprint weekend, so we're going to go ahead and select Imola. We're going to this video drive with the Ferrari. I feel like, why not? Let's make it a bit more complicated, and we'll go for the championship leader, Mr. Charles Leclerc. Now we're going to quickly run through all the settings here, and you can see all the assists are going to be off. Pretty much everything as complicated as it can be. One-shot qualifying, so we start from the back. 25% race in this one. Elsewhere, we're going to go for a clear, dry race so we can run all 5 compounds. We'll go for realistic start time. Rules flags on, corner cut limits on strict, park for main on, safety car standard, formation lap off. And then we're going to go for, last time we done 0% AI. For this one, we're going to go for 15. I think this is going to make things a bit more complicated for us. So we'll go for 15 on this one. Elsewhere, you can see we've got simulation damage, fuel mode on the highest possible, tyre temps, all that good stuff. So yeah, we're good to go. Let's get into the race. Now for this one, I do have a couple of rules in place, and the first one is going to be 2 laps on the full wet tyre, 2 laps on the intermediate tyre. We have to do that to make things a little bit more complicated. Now, to go along with that, let's look at the setup for this one. So here you go. I'll run through it in the background. I'll leave a link up in the top right, guys, to a video I made a few weeks ago showing off every single setup of mine on this game. So go check that one out. To go with that, we're going to pair this up with a strategy. So for this one, we're going to start on the hard tyre. We're going to do just 1 lap, straight onto the full wets, 2 laps on those, then straight onto the inters, 2 laps on those, and then medium and soft. And hopefully, by the end of it, we're back in the mix. So fuel-wise, we're going to drop this down a bit because we're going to be saving quite a bit of fuel, I think, especially on the wet compounds and the multiple pit stops. So we'll go for 1 lap negative. And yeah, we're good to go. Let's get into it. Right, let's do this. AI is set to 15%, so they won't be, you know, absolute snails, but they won't be exactly rocket ship quick either. I think this video will be a bit more of a challenge than Jeddah. You know, we've done that one quite successfully with a couple of laps to spare, so this one should be a bit closer as the AI are a bit more competitive around this circuit anyway, and they're just generally a bit stronger and pace-wise. Also, this circuit's a lot more narrow and it's harder to overtake. As you can see, I'm kind of boxed in at the minute, so I'm not making progress like I was in Saudi a couple of weeks ago as we head into the Villeneuve chicane. We're going to slowly try to make our way through. Or trying to get damage if I can avoid it. Around the outside of at least 3 or 4 cars there as we're now up to P12. Raikkonen next. We're going to go to the inside into Piratella and now down to Aqua Minerale. I thought about going on the left there, but I'm going to go for the right instead. Not able to go through though. We'll get it into the second apex as we got the inside of Gasly. Oh dear, that's a lot of moving from Alonso there. That's not going to help. Not the most productive first lap, I will admit, as we go through the chicane.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Ooh, okay, that could be interesting. Bit of damage, slower pit stop. Up the inside nonetheless though. Let's box then and get the full wets on the car. There we go. All full wets selected. So we'll get away with that. That wasn't too much of an issue. It just means our pit stop will be a bit slower. It's not going to be easy, this one, I think. 16 laps to do it. We're going to have to be pretty decent. This is not going to help. This is going to be a bit of a hold up for us. Come on, boys. Let's get this pit stop done. Chop, 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 chop. Come on.
Complete. Go now.
And Mazepin pitting as well for damage. So 2 laps on these. And then we've got to go for 2 laps on the inter. Really, this is the worst part of it. If I can survive this and not overheat the tyres too badly and stay alive, that's fine. Then we should speed up, hopefully.
Track conditions are improving rapidly. It's up to you whether you want to go straight onto the slicks.
I'm alright, Jeff. We'll see this through. So our tyres are already brick red as this car. We've also got the added challenge that we are driving a Ferrari, which isn't as fast as the Red Bull which we drove in the last episode. But yeah, our tyres are hot now, so we are trying to stay alive. Mazepin is catching me, which is never a good sign. Right, we've managed to keep the car pretty decently under control, I'd say. Gotten used to the tyres now. I can't wait for the Inters though, they're going to be a massive improvement over these. I think I could be faster, or at least match the AI on the Inters. So let's try and get on those as we tackle the chicane. Our rear's about to tick over 100, which is absolutely bonkers. Let's use up the battery here as we try to maximise at least a straight. On the brakes, a little bit hot into there. Trying to hold on to the car as we're going to now pit. Obviously, they have to make one stop this race, so that's going to bring them back into contention a little bit. But yeah, let's box. I'm a tad concerned we might get lapped if I'm not fast enough on the Inters. This could be close. Let's get the Inter selected. There goes Mazepin. The AI heading up towards the chicane now, at the top of the hill, so...
Go, go, go.
It's going to be close. It is a slow pit stop, or pit lane in this case. You know, you lose a lot of time. They're heading down towards the final two corners now, so we will still be ahead, but... We might get lapped actually if we're not... Well, we will get lapped to be fair. I don't think I'm going to be faster than them, so we're probably going to drop a lap down.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
This has now suddenly become a lap down challenge. So yeah, by the time we pit for the medium in 2 laps time, we're going to have to unlap ourselves. Oh, this was better straight away. Okay, now we can try to push a little bit. These tyres will stay with me for a little while, longer than the full wets, and we'll have a tad more performance. I'll use Mazepin as a reference. So far, we've not overheated our intermediates yet. They're hanging in there, and we're faster. We've gained about 3 seconds on Mazepin, so these tyres are faster than I expected. We'll go on the mediums next, and then the soft tyre is the race tyre. Look at that, purple in sector 3. Okay, that's encouraging. Let's keep pushing then. There we go. We're going to pit this lap then. We're going to rejoin into traffic and a lap down, unless maybe the AI pit, which could be a possibility to be fair, as it is lap 5. They're probably going to go a bit longer though, realistically. But we can now get back on dry tyres finally and start to make some real progress. Don't speed. There we go. Nice entry. Right, there's a bit of a gap I can see in the pack there between, I think, Bottas. There's no one really around him. If I can rejoin there, that'd be pretty sweet.
Go now.
Not the best stop, 2.8. Might end up regretting that front wing change and that damage, to be fair. But it's going to be close with Bottas here, to be fair. Never mind. Pit lane is so long. My God. This is going to go forever. We're going to be behind the 2 Alpines, I think, here, in this little gap.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
Right, so we're now 1-to-1 with the AI. They've got 1 stop to make. We've got 1 stop to make. So it's game on now. Let's see what we can do. We're going to have to unlap ourselves first. This is a 5-tyre challenge and a lap down challenge all in one. So there we go. We've dispatched the Alpines. Ricardo and Sainz next up. Let's get these 2 ASAP. Good thing about these tyres is that they won't overheat, so we can push as much as possible on these. Up the inside of our teammate. Almost getting damage there, but we squeeze through. Right, Bottas next up. Let's just breeze past it. Could be a drag race, to be fair. Can I get some DRS maybe? No, I can't. He's going to back off early. Next up, McLaren. Oh, there we go. Getting the run through here. That was close. This track is so tough to overtake. It's so narrow. Those kind of moves is, you know, what is going to happen. It's going to be close multiple times. Let's get Perez here as well. I'm debating when to pit for the soft. I mean, I could probably go now, to be fair, but I also don't want to ruin Sainz's race, but I shouldn't really care in this kind of scenario. Up the hill then as we go side by side with Perez. We're going to net around the outside, and then we've just got Verstappen and Hamilton to go. And we're unlapped. To be fair, I want to make sure that I don't have to lap any more cars, so I think we'll stay out until the AI hit. I think that's going to be the plan here. And then once we've got clear track and no more overtakes to make, we'll crack on. So there we go, through on Verstappen. And now Lewis as well. But yeah, we're going to just go long. So that's the best option here. Avoid having to make any more overtakes and waste any more time. Don't feel like we're fast enough in a minute. We need to find a bit more pace in this. But now we've got a clear track, so let's push on. Will the AI pit? Not yet. Right, let's go. Fastest lap. Let's keep pushing. And we're going to lap Mazepin. That'll work. No time loss whatsoever. And we're going to smash our previous fastest lap, I think. AI is starting to make pit stops now, so We've obviously got one more stop to make, so we're going to go back again. But anyway, we'll just keep pushing along now. Another fastest lap, there we go.
Carlos is in for his stop.
That's perfect. That opens up the gates now for us to pit and waste no time. So we'll pit this lap for softs. Right, let's pit. Final stop of the race. I'm struggling to make progress, man. I'm not as close as I thought I would be. May have bitten off more than I can chew here with the AI difficulty. I should have maybe gone for like 10%. Didn't really account for the Ferrari itself as a car being slower than the Red Bull, you know, and also Jeddah as well. The AI much easier to beat than this track.
Exit now.
Right, 2.6. Mazepin will go by again. We're not going to be lapped though, so we can just keep pushing and basically go flat out to the end. I don't think we'll win, but I can see the minimap. You see that big pack of cars heading up towards turn 9. If we can get all of those, I'd be pretty happy, to be fair. So let's see what we can do. Back on the way. No more stops to make. Flat out to the end now on these. Fuel's going to be an issue, but we'll take care of that if we can, gradually. Let's get past Mazepin again. Lap down. Easy overtake. Right. Purple sector 2. Let's just keep going now. Schumacher 20 seconds up the road. He's going to be the first car we catch. First warning for track limits as we start to really push. Not going to be an issue though, I don't think. Keep it within track limits for the rest of the race, no issue. We're gaining about 12 seconds, 15 seconds a lap, I think. Maybe a bit more than that. Let's see if we can try to pick it up a little bit. Gap to Schumacher now, under 9 seconds. Right, new fastest lap. This will be our best lap of the race. I don't think we're going to improve on that. 16.3. I'm trying to save fuel, but it's not really coming down, so we're going to have to go to an extreme save mode towards the end, but I want to just keep pushing at this stage and just try to get a few places, basically. So we're going to catch Schumacher now in the next couple of corners, so let's begin the fight back. I'm taking some early upshifts to try and maybe, you know, just do some fuel saving of sorts, but ain't going to do much. Schumacher then. First car we're going to pass, let's get it. Let's try and get him here straight away, waste no time. Have to be efficient, very important part of this challenge. Up the inside we go. Williams next, Latifi and Russell in tandem. Up the inside, bit of contact there as Latifi starts to turn in. We'll get Russell as well, up the hill. That's 3 cars down. Right, let's keep going. Giovinazzi next up and then Tsunoda after that. I think we may actually do more progress than I expected, but let's not count, you know, chickens before they hatch, or count eggs before they hatch. Not quite sure what the saying is. Either like if you're enjoying the race, guys, as we get past Giovinazzi then, and Tsunoda. We're not going to have DRS, which is interesting, so we may actually get re-passed here. You can see I'm out of battery as well, so Gio's going to go back past. Can't do much about that. Just an absolute snail on the straight. We've got the inside though into the first chicane. Let's try to not get damaged if we cut through these guys.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Raikkonen moving across out at the last moment. Stroll as well. Let's get cut back on him. There we go. AI quite dirty, man. Not gonna lie. They move around in the braking zones and cut around. Seb Vettel next for P11, and then we're staring down the barrel at some points. There we go. Pierre Gasly for P10 and the point. I think it's game on, you know. I think we could actually win this now, looking at the current situation, looking at the minimap and where everybody is. There we go, past Gasly, nice and easy. Into the top 10. Up next, the Alpines, Alonso and Ocon. This is game on now, though. I think we can actually win this. We've got 3 laps as the race leaders head into turn 1 right now. And if we don't win it, a podium would be nice. Here we are then behind the Alpines. Ocon, going to be the first one. Up the inside. I'll get the run on Alonso as well and breeze through as well. I'm trying to save some fuel now quite badly, which is going to slow me down a little bit, using very high gears and a lot of lift and coast. Ricciardo 4 seconds up the road. Let's see if we can get close using 5th gear through the chicane. We're now starting to get some fuel down though. Bit of extreme fuel saving, but it's doing the job. P3 crossing the start finish right now with 2 laps to go. This is going to be close. I think we can definitely get a podium though. No DRS from Ricciardo here, so we're going to be in a good old-fashioned just drag race down to turn 1. Going to save my little bit of battery I've got now to try and stay ahead here, but Ricciardo's going to fight back. This is going to cost us some valuable time. Side by side with Daniel. 6th gear through the first chicane there, trying to really save fuel. We'll get the run on signs out of there as well. Into the Villeneuve chicane. All signs there, moves across, hopefully no damage.
Tyre condition is still looking good.
Oof, that was close. That was a bit of a scary one there. Anyway, Bottas next for P5. We're making more progress than I thought, but the fuel is not coming down. This is going to be so close. Tense to the very end, I think. Edge of your seat stuff.
1 lap of fuel remaining.
Let's try and lift and coast into certain corners to really get that fuel saving. We are going to run out, but I'm going to try and make it as late as possible. Through the chicane, try and let the engine braking work. Bottas 1.7, 1.6. Let's try and maybe nick some DRS here. That would be nice. I think we got it. That'll be a massive helping hand. There we go. Did we get DRS? No, we didn't. Damn it. So we're going to get repassed then as we head into the last lap. Perez for a podium, 3.5 seconds up the road. Bottas flies back past. We're going to run out of fuel as well, so this is going to be right on the limit in terms of what's possible. Oh my god, that's a moment. Oh dear. That's not going to help. Fuel 0.1. This is going to come down to literally the last corner maybe. I really don't know where to pass the AI. I don't trust them one bit. Oh dear. Damage. How the AI aren't even accelerating is beyond me. Right, repeat 4. Come on. Perez up the road. We've lost a bit of front end, but that's okay. The fuel is the main concern now. That's going to stop us from getting a podium. Big lift and coast into here. Come on, come on. We're going to get Perez, I think. It's whether we run out of fuel in the crucial stage. Nice lift and coast through there. We managed to get 0.05 on fuel. Let's see then. It's all going to come down to this. I think we're going to be okay. Hamilton's going to win. Verstappen second. And we're going to recover for a podium. Having got wing damage twice. So we'll take that. There we go. Just out of fuel now, but we've got the gap. So we're going to be safe. And we finish in P3.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
And Mercedes have pulled off a great victory here today. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
Well, time management probably played quite a large role in the outcome of this one. As ever, it's not just about speed, it's all about maintaining that speed consistently over a stint, over a race distance. So being able to keep up the lap times while still being smooth on the controls and gentle on the tyres, that's really where the race was won today.
And I can see the drivers starting to approach the podium for the victory celebrations. A real team victory today. Everybody played their part. Congratulations then to Mercedes.
Well, there we go then. Overall, I've got to say, that worked out better than I thought. And you could make a case that the damaged front wing in the first pit stop may have actually cost me a win. That's how close it was. So I'm glad it worked out. I've got the difficulty spot on. And yeah, the car performance, the circuit worked out pretty well. So yeah, we recovered to P3 after being a lap down at one point. And there you go. Fastest lap as well, of course. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Leave a like if you did. I think we'll keep doing these. Not every single race weekend, but definitely a few more, as I quite enjoy these and they're quite different. So leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more if you want to see more like this and more other content that I do, whether it's my team, league racing, or other challenges, or F1 2022 content coming soon. And yeah, as always, a massive thank you to the channel members for supporting the content on the daily. Finally, check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already. But that is it from me here today, and I'll catch all of you in the next one. Adios.